30-minute reviews, beware of spoilers, and exploring hyperspace lanes are all available ad-free. But if you want to support the show, you can go to bewareofspoilers.com and click the support button that's available on the Spotify website. Thank you. Welcome to Exploring Hyperspace Lanes. I'm Adam.
Hi, Adam.
And Josie didn't want to introduce herself today for whatever reason.
I thought you would go, hi, and then say my
Oh,
name.
sorry. I'm tired. It's been a very
And then
long
you would
week.
introduce me
It's
in
it's
like a
been
normal way.
see, I'm used to Peter, where when we do stuff together, I'll say I'm Adam, and then he'll sit there in silence to see who will break the silence first.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a very busy week and a half or so, and it has no sign of uh slowing down either.
Yeah, how come?
Well, we got and I know. See, here's the issue: complaining about my busy and complaining about it to you feels like not a fair thing to do
You just
because
because I'm
you're
pretty.
busy to the point where like you wake up in the morning, you're pulling a shotgun out of your mouth. You're like, oh well, I guess I'll do it today. Like not today. Like no, my busy is I have to go watch movies and I gotta watch
That
TV and I got a
doesn't
bunch of video games
devalidate
to
your
play.
busy.
Because September is just a fucking month for video games, and this isn't even like I'm not even doing. Okay, just okay. Sorry, I was reaching out to someone, um, on behalf of someone else. So yeah, it's been quite a month, because we had a bunch of video games come out. Then there's also thank you. Then there's also in the chat. So okay, sorry, because someone asked me a question about something on Disney Plus, and I was getting an answer for them.
Oh.
But yeah, so I got an answer though. Let me just text them. Got an answer from Disney Plus about that movie.
So I recently learned that the like the milk frother thing, you can put that in like heavy cream and
My
have
sister
your
bought
own
one of
Cool Whip.
those.
Yeah, does she like it?
She loves it. She got it at like TJ Maxx.
I love mine too. And I was gonna tell you what I love about it.
Before you interrupted me.
Yes. Um is you can have your own Cool Whip whenever you want. If you bring like so if you put heavy whipping cream or heavy cream in a little like coffee mug or a cup or something,
Uh-huh.
and then just a little bit, and then you put simple syrup in with it, you have Cool
Right.
Whip whenever you want.
Oh, that's cool. I'm like hmm.
And you use the frother on
I
it,
just you don't
and
have to
now
pay
you
the
have
Cool Whip
Cool
anymore.
Whip.
But at the end of the day, isn't simple
I think
syrup?
it's just my new favorite because like Cool Whip from the store is great, but like I don't know, I get to make it at home and it's like fresh.
I'm not a Cool Whip person. I'm a Ready Whip guy.
Yuck.
Ready
That
Whip
just
is
makes
superior.
you are the crackhead.
Am I now?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is when you're done, you can take off the little thing and you can just and then you're good.
Yeah, see, that's your that's neat. That's your New Yorker coming out.
I saw someone say like they went to their therapist and for anxiety the therapist is like, all right, so one to like from 0 to 100, at what point do you feel like a zero in your anxiety? And she's like, anytime I do a whip it's a zero, and it's like she was definitely writing for longer than those 4 words. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so we had this month we had the Pokemon DLC, we had Starfield, we had Solar Ash, We had a new Dune book in at the that I got right before the end of the month that I had to read. Um, and then this weekend I'm going out to the Hamptons for the Hamptons Film Festival. And then Tuesday I'm covering a political event um, for my other job. So I'm going to Stony Brook University to cover a debate between the people running for county executive. So it's just a lot. Luckily, I don't have to go to the like. It's a shame I'm so busy because I'm gonna miss seeing The Exorcist in a theater. It just sucks. But something's got to be
What are you gonna
cut.
miss in the theater?
The new Exorcist movie.
Oh, huh. There's an Exorcist movie coming out?
Yeah. With what's his name? The guy who played Aaron Burr in Hamilton. Um, and
Burr, sir.
and
Sorry.
Ellen Burstyn is coming back too. Um, but yeah,
When was
that's
this supposed to be released? 20 now, right now,
this
this
weekend.
year,
This
this
weekend.
weekend.
I'm just busy this weekend. I can't go. What a
Oh,
shame.
this looks yucky.
Like yucky as in not good, or yucky as in gross.
Like it's gonna gross me out.
I think that that's kind of what they're going for. It doesn't look like something
Look
that
at
I'm
these
gonna.
little demon children.
Yep.
Kids are so creepy. All you gotta do is put some like creepy makeup on a kid, and that'll freak me out forever. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not great.
Kids themselves are pretty creepy on their own, but
So you're
with
never
the
having
help of
kids,
special effects, nah,
Josie.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe one day. Who knows?
yeah. So we have all that coming up. I'm not doing a podcast about the fucking debate for county executive though, because I don't think there's quite an international audience for the local politics of Suffolk County in New York. Um, that it's worth my time to do that. Um, but what happens is I contribute to a local news source, and we got a mailer because my dad's in the AARP, and AARP is the one who's hosting it. It's them and like Channel 7 ABC. And it's like, come out to the forum. It's a candidate forum with the two candidates. Come and see, you know, what's going on here. It's being moderated by ABC 7's, I forgot the reporter's name, but come out and see. So I see that and I think nothing of it. And then I'm going to bed and I'm like, you know what? One of the other contributors at this place I contribute to is I think he contributes to Newsmax. There was someone who I don't know if he's still there, but he used to there used to be someone who contributed to Newsmax, and I'm like, I don't want my editor to find out about this and then send someone else. So let me just jump on this grenade and go do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I mean, look, we have enough of a right wing slant out here. We don't need more of that. We need someone more, you know, fair. Like, who's gonna call the guy on his bullshit? Which means I gotta go and do that. I gotta wear a nice shirt. Um,
Do you have one?
oh yeah, I have nice clothes.
I wasn't like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like do you own
Do
nice
you do you
things?
have the ability to not dress like a homeless person for a change?
Uh,
Like, yes,
I
this
was just
T-shirt is
wondering if you
6 years
had one
old.
or if you had to go get one because
No, I
I
have.
have an addiction to shopping and I was like, "Oh, I love shopping."
Um,
Like
I
that's
have
all.
I have some nice pants, and I have a black button-up shirt. That's my go-to.
Okay.
Because you know you I don't know if I'm gonna shock you with this. I'm fat. And black is slimming, so I like to
We
wear
have
black.
talked about that. We've talked
Yes,
about
we've talked
our
about. Oh no, I meant I don't know if you're gonna be shocked about the fact that I'm fat, but like you know, yes, I have I have a black button-up shirt because it's slimming and it makes me look not quite like a house if I wear it, so more like a shed.
so um that is a common thought, but it can also make you look like the wait staff, and it can also give off a creep factor. Um,
Yeah, but it's a button-up shirt.
yeah, because like it can make you look like a magician.
No, magicians
The
wear white
black on
shirts.
black. No,
No, but it's not like I'm
not
wearing.
nowadays. Not like the I'm a cool magician that's
No, no,
new
no, it's
and
not like
like
I'm
wears
wearing
a top hat.
because I'm going from work, so it's not like I'm wearing a suit. I'm wearing like a pair of black pants and like a black button-up shirt. Maybe I'll go. How about this? I'll go with the green one I have for the purple. I'll wear the purple one because I'm going to Stony Brook, and then I'll wear the purple one then.
Do you have to wear pants? Or do you think you could get away
I
with
mean,
like dark
common
jeans?
decency from society indicates that you should wear pants when you go to an event.
A pant or like a jean?
Oh, I mean, look, I don't think there's any dress code for this. It's just I would rather maintain a certain level of professionalism.
Okay. I was just letting you know that like,
The question
it
is, do
does
you have to wear
depend on
pants?
the cut. It does depend on the cut, and the black on black can have a tendency to look magician or like waitstaff.
Yeah, maybe I'll go with the green then, or the purple. I have a green shirt, I have a purple shirt, I have a blue shirt, and I have the black shirt.
Green's a nice one, so is purple.
I don't wear white or like light colors,
I don't
um
blame you. It's too hard to
because
keep it clean.
that's the issue. Being Italian, I tend to sweat,
Oh, that
um,
too.
and that shows through.
Hmm.
Which is why I very rarely wear light colors.
I was just thinking I'm a messy person.
Well, yeah,
I don't wear white because of that.
you spill something on it, and you got a stain, and you
Yeah,
got
it's
your
just forever ruined.
yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so it's one of those things. I think we're not gonna talk about Ahsoka today. We are not. We're gonna hold that for next week after Ahsoka ends. But we do have two Star Wars news stories this week.
Okay.
So the first, did you ever play Knights of the Old Republic back in the day on the Xbox?
No.
You
You
never
keep
did?
asking me this question? Where I've only played the one game that's
Oh
Star
yeah,
Wars.
that's right. I always forget you've played one Star Wars game ever, and it's that fucking plug and play one that you
No,
buy in the toy
no, no.
aisle at Walmart.
It was the plug and play one for the computer, and then
Yeah,
I played the bounty hunter game on the
right, right,
Xbox.
right, right. Okay, so you played two games.
Yes.
Okay, so the one that I
Just
always
assume
remember,
that like I haven't
right?
played any Star Wars
Knights of the Old
games.
Republic is like the deepest that like the way they put it in the honest trailer for the game is like it's the deepest that most people go into the expanded universe. It's
Okay.
and the reason why I thought you would have played it is it's a story of Revan, or Darth Revan or Darth Revan, however you pronounce
Revan.
Revan. Um, it's a story of
No,
him.
but I've watched people play it.
Yeah, so that game in a huge, coup in a huge gain for Sony after being a Xbox exclusive. That game was being remade for the PlayStation 5 as a
Oh,
PlayStation exclusive or a PlayStation timed exclusive. Um,
okay.
and that was announced 4 years ago. We have not heard anything since.
Huh.
In the time in this last week or so, the trailer for the game has been made private,
Hmm.
and reference to the game has been pulled from Sony's social media.
Ooh.
So it seems like this game may not actually be coming,
Oh,
which is a shame because I was looking forward to this. Um,
bummer.
but yeah, so and I think that I have a feeling that part of it is they're building out the eras of Star Wars. Um,
Okay.
they're building out like the High Republic, which is our second news story, um, and they're building out what was the other big one they're building out? They're building out the Dawn of the Jedi. They're building out the Heir to the Empire era, the new Jedi Order. They're building all these things out, and I think that the issue could be Lucasfilm Story Group not wanting to remake that game to canonize it 100% in that way, because you will inherently piss people off when it is retconned
Mm.
a few years down the line by a movie or a TV show.
Okay.
Because like while Lucasfilm has said since the acquisition, like now that we threw away the old canon, everything is equally canon. It's still got a very Orwellian kind of some things are more canon than others.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, Orwellian being Animal Farm, not 1984. to clarify for anyone who's like whose
Okay.
beginning and ending of knowledge of Orwell is 1984. Um, you're giving me that face like I'm being stupid.
That has a face?
More often than you would know.
Oh. Is it just my face that does it, or do other people's
I can
faces?
yeah, you would be surprised at how often I'm no, it's you. I can tell when you're like, oh, shut the fuck up.
It's not it's not a it's not a that I think you're doing saying something stupid. It's just that you've gone down a rabbit hole that I just
It's
can't pay attention to.
it's resting, move it along face.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, instead of
Okay.
resting bitch face, it's resting, move it along, like land the plane face.
It's resting. Please don't ask me a question because I don't know what you're talking about.
I zoned out 2 tangents ago.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I think that that's kind of where we are with this, where it's like, even if there are things that are more canon than other things, the narrative from Lucasfilm is everything's equally canon.
Oh,
Because like if everything was truly equally canon, then they wouldn't have had to retcon Operation Cinder in Alphabet Squadron to make it make sense in the context of, oh wait, the Emperor is not really dead. The Emperor is coming back to
okay.
life. Because like if you like, do you remember? Well, you didn't play Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 introduced this idea that in the aftermath of um, the Battle of Endor, the Emperor was like, "All right, fuck me, fuck you," and he sent out these fleets to go and destroy planets that were important to the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like and these things would go out and just fuck up the climate of these planets and kill everyone that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that was that was one of the things in the context of the Emperor just biding his time until he comes back 39 years in the future. It doesn't make sense for him to do that. It's just kind of dumb. So the book Alphabet Squadron had to come back and retcon it, where it's like the plan is for this to happen, spread the rebel fleet out, and then while they're trying to stop all that destruction, we're going to amass the Imperial fleet, the remainder of the Imperial fleet around Jakku, and then we'll use that for an assault, because then they'll come to Jakku, not know how big the fleet is, and we'll just fuck them up there and be done with this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the issue was they weren't anticipating the rebellion handling it that quickly, and then coming back with a fucking army to Jakku and fucking up the Empire on Jakku, which led to the official end of the Empire.
Hmm.
And that's the new canon of how it ended.
So what's the second thing that's coming out, or second big news?
The second big news is we don't know what the next show is going to be on Disney Plus for the first time since The Mandalorian came out. Because we've always known what the next Star Wars thing on Disney Plus is going to be at every stage. When The Mandalorian came out, we knew it was going to be Clone Wars. After Clone Wars, we knew Bad Batch was coming. After we knew Mandalorian Season 2. We know vaguely what shows are currently in the works. Like we know the Acolyte and we know Skeleton Crew, but we don't know
Okay.
what the next thing is going to actually be. And I
Okay.
think we have an answer based on a purported leak that arrived yesterday. This leak
Okay.
was a trailer for the Acolyte.
Oh.
The Acolyte is a TV show starring Amanda Stenberg, who you may remember as Rue from The Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
Her and Daphne Keene, who you may remember as Laura from Logan,
A little
the
bit.
little the little girl from Logan.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
been a while since I watched
yeah,
Logan.
yeah. She's now like 20, so she's not the little girl anymore. So she's she's in it too. And then there are a few other people in it whose names I'm forgetting. I just know them because they're the two biggest names I can remember. Um, but they are this movie is set at the end of the High Republic, leading into the Twilight of the Republic era, which Twilight of the Republic is um, basically the prequels. So it's like
Okay.
the end. It's the story of the rise of the Sith going into the Twilight of the Republic. Um, and that show appears to be the next one because an alleged trailer has leaked for that show.
Hmm.
Now, as for when they release this trailer, it's unclear. I would assume that Disney wants to do it as part of. Number one, they're not going to do it until after tonight because they don't want to muddy the waters with the finale of Ahsoka. They want the conversation about Ahsoka to run its course, then they'll do this.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
that's just the way I would do it if I was marketing. You don't want to muddy the waters. If people don't like the Ahsoka trailer but like the trailer for the Acolyte, or vice versa, you don't want to have
Yeah.
it. You don't want to cross
Competing.
pollinate, right? Or even if both are positive, you don't want them both happening and then fizzling out. So what you would do is you would do one then the other, and I think that they're going to wait till next week. The other thing is something like this, because of how different it is from the rest of Star Wars. I would think you want to do a Good Morning America segment for
Hmm.
a launch.
Okay.
I would think that, like, if this was The Mandalorian season 2 or The Mandalorian season 4 or like a second season of Obi-Wan or a second season of Andor, I would
Hmm.
say release this during Monday Night Football because you already have a built-in audience who would already know what the show is. Um, so that would be my thing
Why
there.
would Monday Night Football be the one that was they had the built-in audience that knew what things were?
Not that I would say Monday Night Football is the place to do it because Disney doesn't have to pay the advertising because Monday Night Football is ESPN.
Oh.
So Disney historically releases their stuff on Monday Night Football, their new trailers, and I would say not that it has a built-in audience that's going to like it. I mean, it has a built-in audience where people already know what it is. The general audience knows who Obi-Wan is. The general audience knows who the Mandalorian is. So like
Hmm.
that's something that you can do a first trailer during and not worry about it.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't like if I wouldn't do a first trailer for like using Marvel as an example. I wouldn't drop a first trailer for like if Doctor Strange is coming out a few years ago. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have dropped the first trailer for Doctor Strange during Monday Night Football because he's not mainstream. Or like when
Okay.
Ant-Man was coming out in 2015, I wouldn't have dropped the first trailer during Monday Night Football. Um, but something like Captain America 2 or Captain America 3, you can put that there because people know who he is.
Hmm.
And you're dealing with an inherently more mainstream audience during a football game than you are dropping it on YouTube or dropping it during something else. Something like
Okay.
this, I would do as a Good Morning America segment. The only issue with that is if you're going to do Good Morning America, you want actors there. So they have to wait until the strike is over.
Oh.
The SAG you can't promote anything if you're a SAG actor until after the strike is over. And I don't know if there are
Okay.
still pickups to be done on this show. So we don't have a concrete date yet either. I would anticipate this show comes out January, February, either this or Skeleton Crew. But
Okay.
either way, we're not getting an announcement until we can get a trailer that can have the cast out there promoting it too. Which is what, and this
Hmm.
week we're seeing the expediting of let's get a deal done with SAG because last week it was the WGA or 2 weeks ago it was the WGA, and the WGA has a deal now. Now it's the same thing but with SAG, where they're like they met today, they're meeting again tomorrow. They want to get a deal in place probably before Columbus Day, and then move on from there.
Hmm. Okay.
So I could see next week if they can get everything going. I could see next week or the week after we getting an official trailer and release date because then they could have stuff ironed out.
Interesting predictions.
You don't have anything to
No.
add.
Sorry. I can't. Uh, so, what are we talking about today?
We're gonna talk about the Clone Wars movie. That's the next movie we're gonna do.
The Clone Wars movie?
Yes, the Clone Wars movie came out in
Okay.
2008. It was animated, and it was the backdoor pilot for the Clone Wars TV show. Um,
Um,
which
might have forgotten to rewatch, but I
don't
know
worry,
that
you
I've
didn't miss much.
watched it.
You didn't miss much. It's not a good movie.
Oh, it's not? Okay. How come?
Concretely, this is the worst movie.
So what's the
Um,
premise? Like what's the story?
it's
Like what's
it's
happening?
basically just a story of what's going on in the Clone Wars. It introduces Ahsoka as a character. It's the first time we see Ahsoka.
Oh,
Anakin gets his apprentice, and
so does this come out before the show?
yes, this movie was the backdoor pilot for the show. Like this movie
Oh,
came out in
okay.
theaters, was panned by basically everyone. No one liked it, and this is the thing that like, and it worked out. I wanted to talk about this before Ahsoka ended, um, because the thing is, people look back at Ahsoka. It's like, oh, we like Ahsoka, and there's this weird thing in Star Wars where anytime there's a new female character, um, that one is hated, and they use the previously introduced female character as, see, we don't hate women, we like this one. Um, because
Okay.
with Ahsoka, it was, oh no, we don't hate Padme. We don't hate women, we like Padme. And
Well,
it just,
we've always liked Padme. Did we not like Padme at any point?
Star Wars fans didn't. Well,
They didn't?
The Star Wars vocal fan base didn't. Then Ahsoka came along, and
Oh.
Ahsoka became the point of vitriol.
Well, I liked Padme.
Oh, I did too. Not the least of which I had a crush on her when I was like 7 years old.
Me too.
I think we talked
I
about
think
it when we did.
everyone did.
I think
She's
we talked
just
about it. I
beautiful.
think we talked about it when we did Attack of the Clones, where it's like the arena sequence where she's there with the bare midriff definitely
Yes.
was an awakening for a lot of people.
Um, so what else about this is not good? Why?
I mean, it's a boring story. It's basically a fetch quest where, if I remember, I haven't watched the movie in a little bit either because I think we were gonna do this like a month ago. It's like Anakin and Ahsoka have to rescue the child of. Is it? It's one of
Oh,
the
this is the Jabba,
yeah, one of
the
the
Jabba
huts.
kiddo. I've
Yeah,
watched this. Okay.
yeah. It's not great
It
though.
was fine. It was like a it could have been a TV show and not a,
This
you know.
and they did a flashback to this in Ahsoka. Did you catch that?
I did not.
Are you caught up on Ahsoka?
I am not.
Okay, never mind then.
I am 2 episodes behind.
So did you see the one in the world between worlds, or did you see her waking up in the world between worlds?
I have seen the one in the world between worlds, and she is not there yet.
Okay, so you haven't watched the one that's actually entirely in it. You just saw her wake up there at the end of the
No,
episode.
she isn't there yet.
Oh, so you're 3 episodes behind then.
Oh, I'm wait. Okay, then I'm further behind than I thought.
Yeah, because episode 4, she wakes up in the world between worlds. Episode 5, she's there, and then episode 6 and 7. Episode 6, she's not in it at all, or most of the episodes she's not in it. And then episode 7 was last week, where she's not. What's it called? Yeah, so you're way behind. So I'm not gonna tell you what happens. Um,
Okay.
but you may notice an actress in similar with Infinity War during the episode where she is in the world between worlds. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask you something, and don't take this personally. Behind you on your TV, you are watching Looney Tunes.
No.
Oh,
Fiona and
oh,
and
Fiona and Cake.
Cake.
How many episodes
Yeah.
in are you?
2.
That episode, that show is really good.
It's very confusing. I'm confused in my first two
Yeah, it.
episodes. I'm confused.
You know what you should
So
do? Um, I will tonight. I will send you a list of Adventure Time episodes.
I don't believe you.
um,
Sorry.
probably probably a fair thing to do. Um, I will try my best to remember to send you a list of Adventure Time episodes tonight.
Okay.
Text me
Sure.
and remind me about an hour after we stop recording.
That's not gonna happen either.
So this is a failure on 2 parts.
Yes. I've asked for it in the past.
Let me hang on. Let me just do this real quick.
All right. So
Text. Okay. Make a list of Adventure Time
it sounds like there's not a lot to talk about in
episodes.
this
No, because it's not good, and it's not
movie.
even like it's not good in a
It's not
way.
even like ravingly bad.
Right, which, and it's like, it's not even like
Why'd you
it's,
text me that?
because they'll pop up at the top of my list then. When I look at my text app, it'll show up at the top then.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Um, because your most recent texts go to the top of the thing. So
Yeah, I believe you. It's just I don't know. What do you want from me?
you're the one questioning.
So, if there's not a lot to talk about, it's not ravingly good, and it's not good. It's definitely not good.
No,
And
it's
but it's
definitely
not
not good.
ravingly terrible.
Right. It's
I
just like
think
it's kind of like you can see the beginnings of what the Clone Wars is going to be, which is this exercise in kind of attempting
I
to
thought
redeem the prequels.
yeah, I thought that it was really just like a long episode of the Clone Wars.
That's what it is, and that's why
That's
it's
all it
so.
is.
That's where you get into this weird thing where it's like the movie isn't, it's not. It's if this was released as a multi-part episode of the Clone Wars, it'd be a forgettable arc.
Hmm.
And definitely a forgettable early season arc. And that's where this is. It's too early. It's the characters haven't really been fleshed out yet. We don't know who Ahsoka is or what her role is in any of this. And it's not like at least the movie doesn't try to make you think that she's something bigger than she is at that
Hmm.
point. But it's still not great. Star Wars ranking one. I'm trying to find my
Okay.
document. Do you have
Well,
any
you've got
thoughts?
I don't really, other than I that. Like I just think that it was just a long episode. It wasn't like it's not super memorable
Yeah,
either.
that's the issue. Where did I
So,
put this? Where the fuck did I put this thing?
where would you rank it?
I'm trying to find
Because
my
I
ranking.
have because I have a fun thing planned
Oh god.
for the
You
funsies.
you you
Oh,
you 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 texted me this earlier and I said, "Uh-oh."
yeah, I saw your uh-oh.
So, would you say it's worse than Phantom Menace? I would say.
Okay.
Because I would say categorically this is the worst Star Wars movie. Um
Okay.
which that may change when I rewatch episode 9 because I think episode 9 is the worst live action Star Wars movie, but I think this is definitely worse.
Okay.
So I would say, but would you say it's better or worse than Thrawn Treason?
Um, I don't know. What would you think?
I think I would
I have
put it.
no strong opinion.
See, that's the issue is that it's so middle of the road, kind of just not great that it's like I there's no strong opinion on where it goes one way or the other. Without this, we don't have what we have today, which a lot of the really great stuff ends up coming from this. We don't get Tales of the Jedi if not for this. We don't get, Clone Wars season 7 or any of Rebels or anything like that without this. So it has significance to the canon in that regard. And obviously we don't have Ahsoka without this as a character. But the entire thing about it's just kind of a nonsensical fetch quest or an escort mission, like that ultimately amounts to not very much besides giving us a TV show that goes on to be great.
Hmm.
Um, but it does give us Matt Lanter as Anakin, and I think Matt Lanter does a lot to fix Anakin as a character. And kind of, give us a way in that, like, when you watch Ahsoka, you'll see what I'm talking about. But even Hayden Christensen is made better in later performances after this by Matt Lanter doing what he did.
It's just creating a real character for Anakin.
Right, instead of it being he's the focus of the movie, but he doesn't feel fleshed out in the
Hmm.
prequels. This is fleshing him out in a way.
Yeah.
I would put this above treason. No, below
Okay.
treason. Below treason. At number
Okay.
23 toward the bottom of our list.
Okay.
Clone Wars movie. Okay, so what was this fun game you had?
I'm gonna test your knowledge.
Oh, good lord, you're gonna make me look like an asshole, aren't you?
Yeah. So, um, I want to test your knowledge. I think it'll be fun.
For you.
So, we'll start with some easy ones here. Um, let's see. What were Luke's aunt and uncle's job on Tatooine? Like, what
Moisture
did they
farmers.
do? Good job. Shh. Insert Clapping.
That we don't have the time for that.
Ugh.
We record these and
Um,
I put them right up. Unless I say something objectionable, I have to cut it out.
oh. Um, okay, so in how many languages is C3PO fluent in?
Is it 6 billion? Over 6 billion?
Oh, you're really close. Million.
Oh,
More than 6 million.
nah, close.
Um, what is the Wookiee's homeworld?
Kashyyyk.
Good job.
I've clocked so many hours in Battlefront that there's no way I don't know that answer at this point.
Um, so in the scene at the cantina
Uh,
where Han
Jizz
Solo,
whalers.
huh?
Jizz whalers.
That's rude. What?
That's the name of the species of the things that are playing the cantina music.
Oh, that wasn't my question.
Oh,
I was gonna ask you, um, when he's confronted with the guy who's gonna go try to get him for a bounty,
uh-huh.
the alien, who actually shot first in that scene?
In the original scene, it was before it was edited by Lucas. Um, it was originally Greedo who no, Greedo shot second after Han shot first originally. Then if you watch the movie, his head does this weird thing that's kind of funny, where it like that. His neck breaks in order to not shoot first. But yes, Han shot first originally in the theatrical.
Oh, good job. Didn't know that his neck broke in the
Yeah,
in
if
the.
you watch it, it's like you can see that like his head goes like this, but like only his head does that, like moves off to the side in a weird way. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's watch the scene again on Disney Plus. It is kind of funny.
So at the beginning of every Star Wars movie,
Hmm.
we see that iconic crawl of the text, um, and then followed by the camera panning down.
Uh huh.
There's only one exception. And what is it?
Solo doesn't have the crawl. Nope. Yeah, Solo doesn't have the. Well, there are two exceptions. Just Solo and Rogue One both don't have crawls.
So, um, of the six,
Of the original six movies,
yeah,
um, where it pans down, all of them pan down to space.
but only one pans up, and which one is it?
Um, is it Empire?
It is not. It's episode two, Attack of
Oh,
the Clones.
okay.
You sound so angry for having gotten it wrong instead of like, wow, neat. Didn't know that.
You said it's a
Like,
game, so I played a win.
oh, okay. And then be salty when you don't. Um,
Driving home with a fucking stupid question.
let's see. Which so first question here.
Yeah.
It's a two-parter. How many dewbacks are in the original, or are there any dewbacks? Yeah, are there any dewbacks in
There
the
aren't.
original? Huh?
They were CGI'd in the special edition.
Incorrect.
Hmm.
There are, in fact, um, two.
Okay.
And then, do you know how many are in the special edition?
Is it 4?
No, it's seven. Five more
75.
were added in. 75? What?
I'm kidding.
Oh, have you already lost interest?
No, I'm texting a follow-up question to someone.
Oh, okay. So here's another easy one for you. Which species stole the plans on the Death Star?
Of the Death Star, they were humans.
What?
Yep. The second Death Star was Bothans. The first Death Star was humans.
All right, I'll let you have it.
Because it's right. You'll let me have it because it's right. The movie Rogue One is about who stole the Death Star plans. And that was a bunch of
Okay.
humans and one repurposed Imperial administration droid.
Here's kind of an obscure one.
Oh, here's the obscure one.
Yeah. What was the original name of the Star Wars movie when it went into production?
Blue Harvest.
Negative. Adventures of Luke Starkiller, as
That was the
taken from
original name for the script, not the production. The production was
no.
Blue Harvest.
Um,
The Adventures of Luke Starkiller from the what was it? From the Journal of the Wills was the
that's not
original
what
name for the script.
the
Wikipedia.
internet says.
The Adventures of Luke Starkiller from the Journal of the Wills or whatever it is was the original name for the script. It didn't enter production. It entered production with Star Wars, and the production name was Blue Harvest. And the reason I know that is because the Family Guy parody of Star Wars was called Blue Harvest.
Do you know what AT-AT stands for?
All-terrain armored transport.
Good job.
Don't sound so condescending about it.
No, that was
Look,
exciting.
look at
That was
you.
very supportive. That was entirely supportive. I think somebody might be projecting. Uh, so what odds does C-3PO give Han for successfully navigating the asteroid field?
I want to say it's like 768 million to 1.
No,
How close was I? Off by a lot.
0. You were not close at all. 3,720 to 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, last one here. Um, this one's the kicker. What's Palpatine's first name?
Sheev.
Good job. You win. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry you got one or two wrong. That really upset you.
It
Didn't
did.
mean to ruin your night up for that one. Should have made him easier.
um. Yeah, because. Alright, so that. Yeah. I don't even know where to go with that. Because you texted me today, I have something fun to do, and I said, what is it? And you said, it's a surprise, and I was like, oh god, what's this
I
gonna
didn't
be?
want you to study.
Yeah, I understand that.
It was
Like,
a pop quiz.
but I would have given you questions too.
Yeah, if you questioned me, that would make me sad.
And that was the other reason why you didn't want to tell me. Because I would
Don't
have
make
come at
me
you with
answer
questions
things.
and they would have been harder.
Yeah.
But like this very quickly turned into a quest to see who could make the other look dumber.
I don't know if anybody wins that one.
The listeners win.
All
Um
right. I have to go to bed.
okay, I need to go eat. So our next episode will be next week, not on Tuesday because I'm doing something Tuesday night. Probably later in the week. We're gonna talk about Ahsoka. Please finish Ahsoka for next week.
Well, don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
Do what I want.
Um, we're also going to be doing at least one, if not two, special episodes of Beware of Spoilers by the end of the year. We talked about this. I'm not springing this on you. Don't act like I'm springing it on you. We're going to do an episode about the Hunger Games in November.
Did I tell you that we don't have any heat?
No, you didn't
That
mention
our
that.
heater broke?
No, you omitted that key piece of information.
Yeah. So that's a thing that I'm trying to work on before the winter. So I'm about to get even more busy trying to figure that out.
Yeah, so we might be doing a Hunger Games episode, which I've already started working on
I
a
would love
ranking
to
for.
I would love to have a little bit of time to reread it because I can bust through those books, but
Do the audiobooks. They're really short. The
no,
three books are
I
10
like
hours
to
each.
read it.
Oh, the three books are 10 hours each. And then the
Yeah, well,
fourth one's 17.
I think it takes me less time to read it myself.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, but Tatiana Maslany reads it to you.
Yeah, I definitely can read them much faster myself.
And you can sit there and be like, man, she would have been so much better as Katniss. because they horribly miscast Jennifer Lawrence in this fucking movie.
Oh, maybe I'll look at it. I'll see how it sounds. But
It's
yeah, I
the
could
woman that
definitely
plays
do it
She-Hulk.
faster if I read it. I could probably read all three of them in, I don't know, 12
A
hours
weekend.
easily. Easily 12 hours. I could probably do it in a day.
I'm through the first one and I'm into Catching Fire, and I'm forgetting how fucked up those movies are compared to the books are so much better than the movie.
Yeah,
Like it is unreal the amount of stuff they cut that's just so integral to building out the world.
I
We'll talk
agree.
about it when we do,
Just wait until you, okay. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I got things to say.
and then
All
we're
right.
also gonna do the Christmas episode. We want to do it this year for real this time.
An episode of what?
I think this was the original reason why I gave you my Paramount Plus was ranking the holiday specials from Nickelodeon.
I forgot about that.
Remember
That's a thing that I
we talked about this
was
last year.
supposed to
Remember
do.
we talked about this last year, and then we never actually did it.
Oh, okay, but we're doing that this year. You're
I'm
giving me
thinking,
lots of time now, so that's
oh yeah,
nice.
we're
Well,
gonna have.
last year you said we're gonna do this, and you should watch these 17 episodes,
Oh, you
and
do
that's
remember.
gonna be next week.
Oh, you do
And I was
remember.
like, oh,
Hang on, let me just send you the
that's not
link
gonna
again.
happen.
Okay, I just sent you the link again. I think the link should work, but you can that way you can look at the list of what we're gonna be what we're gonna rank,
And they're
and
all on
all of
everything.
them all of them are on Paramount Plus.
You gave me your Paramount thing? Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Because that's what I've been watching. So I have a favorite reality show currently.
What is it?
Um, it is the Below Deck reality show.
That's on Peacock.
Oh, that's not what you gave me.
Either way, Paramount Plus, my login information is at the bottom of the page.
You didn't give me Paramount.
It's
You
at the
gave
bottom of the
me
page.
of what page?
The one that I just sent you, the list of all the episodes of the show.
Oh, okay, I'll look at it.
But yeah, you have my
Yeah, no,
login
you
now.
gave me the Peacock one.
I
Peacock
should
is
have
the
been
one that
mean
I.
and been like, and see if you could get it, and like, cause like the password is something that you know about me, and been like, that's the password, and then you can see how long it takes you to just be like, fuck it, just tell me.
No, I would have just gone and looked in my phone.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you have it saved now.
yes. So, but every single time I end up getting a new phone, like I didn't
You
save
forget
it
it.
in like a place that like would transfer.
Copies, yeah,
Yeah, and then I lose it. I'm terrible about remembering important dates.
yeah. But yeah, so it
Um,
is. So yeah, so Below Deck's on Peacock. But yeah, I've watched a few episodes of it because there was a stint where my dad got into it, and I'm like, really? Like,
Peacock?
no, Below Deck.
Oh, Below Deck. Yeah, it's funny.
Is that
They
the
lose it.
is that the show where the guy got caught sexually assaulting someone on camera and the producers had to intervene?
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I want to watch that episode. Sounds awesome.
Does it?
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, that, and then there was one of the girls on the ship did something similar, and she didn't get kicked off, and then there was outcry, so she ended up getting kicked off.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like he like crawled into bed with a woman while he was naked, and she was asleep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a lot less fun when you articulate what it was that happened.
I, I love the idea of the drama, but then once you like watch it and you see that it's real people dealing with
Yeah,
real things, it's like,
like an actual
oh,
sexual assault.
never mind. This is
I
really
want to see
shitty.
that.
Stop.
Okay, so we will be back next week with whatever the next Ahsoka, if Josie decides to watch it.
We'll see.
Um, and until then, have a great rest of your week.
We'll find out next week.